Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 114th episode of the Classic Wrestling Series. So, tonight guys, after the abysmal Royal Rumble last week, still not salty about that ladies and gentlemen, I decided, why don't we go back to a Rumble where actually I gave a crap about. Yes ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the Royal Rumble 2003. Yes, there's been other Rumbles that have been entertaining and fun, but I enjoyed the 2003 Rumble. But was it any good? Well, let's find out guys. Our first matchup is Brock Lesnar versus The Big Show for the final spot in the Royal Rumble. Let's do this. So, we just have Brock Lesnar versus The Big Show. So, in this matchup, it's basically Brock was screwed out of the WWE Championship at Survivor Series by Paul Heyman, essentially giving the title to Big Show. Now, Big Show on this card is not the WWE Champion anymore, for reasons I have no idea about. It is Kurt Angle who is now the WWE Champion. So, with that all being said, how was this match? It was your quintessential big man match versus Brock Lesnar. You know, Big Show was dwarfed Brock, and it was entertaining. Crowd were behind Brock, obviously. And yeah, Brock wins the match after F5 in Big Show to gain the final spot in the Rumble. So, we're going to see who wins that Rumble later on tonight. Spoiler alert. But yeah, again, it was an entertaining matchup. Nothing out of the ordinary for him. Then we have Chris Jericho talking about how he is the number 2 entrant in the Rumble. First one is Shawn Michaels. Hate it when they do that. But he is going to go on and win the Rumble. So next up, guys, we've got the Dudley Boys versus Lance Storm and William Regal for the World Tag Team Championships. Let's do this. So we just had the Dudley Boys versus Regal and Storm. This was entertaining. A lot of technical wrestling from Regal and Storm, not as much. Dudley Boys were over as all hell, and Chief Morley comes out to basically try and cause the distraction for the Dudley Boys. Regal and Storm, sorry. Does happen. End of the day, 3D from the Dudley Boys. Devon with the brass knuckles hits Lance Storm in the face and gets the pin. New World Tag Team Champions are the Dudley Boys. They would have to relinquish the titles next night on Raw, and they would win them. They wouldn't win them back for a little bit. Regal and Chief Morley would actually go on to carry on win the belts. God. Okay, so we've got Nathan Jones promo coming up. This is obviously WrestleMania 19 after. And now we've got Dawn Marie versus Tori Wilson. Let's just get this over and done with. Okay, so we just had Dawn Marie versus Tori Wilson. Yeah, this match was meh. No offense guys, not a massive fan of this. I fucking hated the storyline going into this match. Match was okay to a degree. Tori Wilson beats Dawn Marie, and yeah. This would carry on going into Judgment Day 2003 if I recall. I did do Judgment Day 2003, give me a second. I've got the card here, give me a second. No, I've got them. Episode 56 of the Classic Wrestling Series. I will leave a link to it here. And also guys, I will leave a link to the most recent AEW review down below. So, let's get carrying on. We've got Stephanie McMahon and Eric Bischoff talking, so let's see what happened there. So, we just had Stephanie McMahon and Eric Bischoff talking about their big bombshells. Eric Bischoff would drop that he is going to try and get Stone Cold Steve Austin on Monday Night Raw the next night after this show. And I don't recall what the bombshell that Stephanie dropped on Thursday. I can't remember it, to be honest with you. But then, ladies and gentlemen, Sean O'Haire makes his promo debut. Very entertaining. I was really into this character when I was growing up because it was really entertaining to see. But yeah, play the devil's advocate. Fucking brilliant promo. Loved it. Unfortunately, it didn't really sell that much. It wasn't allowed to run as much as it did, but it could have gone somewhere. Shit, ladies and gentlemen, now we've got Triple H versus Dot Steiner. I remember this match. I remember the promo being good, not the match. Let's watch it. Okay, so we just had Triple H versus Dot Steiner. The promo package was entertaining for this, but the match, oh my god, the match was boring. Oh, it was well for a few minutes, but then it just got botchy. And this is all due to Dot Steiner. Triple H did nothing wrong in this match. I mean, yeah, he may have looked a bit like he wasn't selling as much for Scott, but Scott was just botching moves left and right. Hunter bleeds in this match. Hunter runs around, basically tries to get himself DQ'd all the time. It is kind of annoying to this point. I mean, they would have a rematch at No Way Out 2003, which is even worse than this match because the fans just turn on Steiner. But this is just, oh my god, it's bad. It's fucking bad. It wasn't that entertaining. It was entertaining to a degree, but the fans were just bored and they just started booing Steiner after the DQ loss. They weren't booing Hunter, they were booing Scott. It's just one of those weird things in life. So, we already know who's number 1 and number 2 in the Rumble. We already know Brock Lesnar's in it. What else is there next? Well, there is going to be the WWE Championship match. So, let's not waste any more time and get to our next matchup, shall we, guys? So, we just had Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit. So there was a pay-per-view before, after Survivor Series and before the Rumble. It was Armageddon. So Shawn won the belt at Survivor Series, lost it at Armageddon. That's how Triple H is the new heavyweight champion going into this. And that's how Big Show lost the WWE Championship, because he was in a match with Kurt Angle at that pay-per-view. So now we are understandable the timeline. I am. Yeah, this was fucking brilliant. Sorry, but this was a fucking amazing matchup. It's Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit. I've said my piece in the past about Benoit. I'm sorry, this was fucking good. This was an expertise way to basically get professional wrestling over, and just technical wrestling, suplexes, a fucking 12, 13 foot jump across the ring to hit the diving headbutt from Benoit. Ankle slams, ankle locks, cross faces. This was fucking brilliant. I'm sorry. I thought Raw did not know how to top this match, so they went down the road they did with the world title, and it leads into the story with that. This match, out of the 2 of the world title matches, it was brilliant. This match was amazing. It was a really fun matchup. Benoit is getting a standing ovation. Obviously, this is before what happened in the future. But I have to admit this, guys. I really enjoyed this matchup, and I couldn't think of a better way this match could have gone. Whenever Angle and Benoit are in the ring together, it's magic, and I've got to admit, this was fucking magical. This really was a damn good match, and it definitely topped the world title match. Right, possibly, this is my favorite. This is going to be match of the night for me personally. But ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste any more time. We have got the Royal Rumble as our main event. So, we already know it's Shawn Michaels number 1, Chris Jericho number 2. Let's do this. So, we just had the Royal Rumble matchup, and this was actually very entertaining, I thought. Out of all the Manias, this was one of the more fun ones, I think personally, out of the Royal Rumbles. So, entrances! Shawn Michaels was number 1, obviously. Jericho was 2nd. Chris Nowinski was 3rd. Mysterio was 4th. Rey Mysterio. Edge was 5th. Christian was 6th. Chavo Guerrero was 7th. Tajiri was 8th. Bill DeMott was number 9. Tommy Dreamer was number 10. And just look at that. In the first 10, Shawn Michaels, Jericho, Rey Mysterio, Edge, Christian, Chavo, and Tajiri. Fuck yeah. B Squared was number 11. Rob Van Dam was 12. Matt Hardy was 13. Eddie Guerrero was 14. Jeff Hardy was 15. Rosie was 16. Test was 17. John Cena was 18. He did a goddamn rap that lasted 80 fucking seconds. Charlie Haas was 19, Rikishi was 20, Jamal was 21, Kane was 22, Shelton Benjamin was 23, Booker T was 24, A-Train was 25, Maven was 26, Goldust was 27, Batista was 28, Brock Lesnar was 29, and the last entrant was The Undertaker, making his return after being beaten up by The Big Show. So, 2 of the eliminations. Shawn was 1st, then Chris Nowinski, Rey Mysterio was 3rd, Bill DeMott was 4th, Tommy Dreamer was 5th, Tajiri was 6th, B Squared was 7th, Chavo was 8th, Edge was 9th, Christian was 10th, Hardy was 11th, Jeff, Rosie was 12th, Eddie was 13, Jericho was 14, Goldust was 15, Booker T was 16, Test was 17, Rikishi was 18, Charlie House was 19, Shelton Benjamin was 20, Matt Hardy was 21, John Cena was 22, Jamal was 23, Maven was 24, A-Train was 25, RVD was 26, Batista was number 27, Kane was number 28, and The Undertaker was number 29, meaning your winner and the Royal Rumble winner as well, going on to WrestleMania, was Brock Lesnar. I did enjoy this for one reason. He didn't come out at number 29. He did earn his way into the match by winning a match at the beginning of the show. And it was also entertaining to see that, yeah, Brock around this time I was entertained by. And he actually gave a shit to a degree here. And yeah, it was just entertaining, guys. So that is the Royal Rumble 2003, guys. I enjoyed the show, I'm not gonna lie. I was very entertained by it. I have to admit as well, the best match of the night was the WWE Championship matchup. Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit. Give me those guys any day of the damn week and I will be enjoying it. But guys, thank you very much for watching. Next week, I don't know what we're going to be doing next week. Well, like I said, we're on the road to Mania. Maybe it's time I have a look back. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week. TTFN.